Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome to This is Football. Welcome to another edition of the Daily Transfer News Show with Hossam, ladies and gentlemen. We are out here, Habibis, for yet another transfer stream where we bring the energy, we bring the news, we talk to you guys about all the latest transfer information because there is a lot for us to discuss today. There is so much news. There is actually genuinely so much news. I don't even know where to start with. But I asked in the poll, who do you want me to start with? 49% so far have said Chelsea. 38% have said Liverpool. 13% have said Sesko. So I'll give you a bit more time to vote on that poll before we get this party started. Big up to everyone locked in. And I want to start first and foremost with a hadith from the Prophet, peace be upon him, who said, Man la yashkur nas, la yashkur Allah. Who doesn't thank the people does not thank God Almighty. So I have to say thank you to all of you guys for all the love that you guys have shown me in the month of May. You guys have been absolutely incredible. The month of May wasn't my personal life best month, but it was amazing from a content perspective. We grew together. We got to 30K subscribers, of course. You know, the road to 31K continues. So I want to say thank you to all of you guys, because you guys are what make this channel special. The community is the community that I would not trade for the world. I know channels with millions of subscribers that I would not trade their numbers or their people, for my community, for my, people in this chat. You guys are it. Big up to you, whether you're watching now, whether you're watching on the replay. Thank you for all the love that you guys have shown me in the month of May. Obviously, inshallah, June starts today, 1st of June. Happy feelings, happy thoughts, positive feelings. I know I need a haircut, but other than that, it's all positive news. You get me? And thank you for everyone who sent a super chat. Thank you to everyone who liked. Thank you to everyone who subscribed. You guys are the bloodline of this channel. You guys are what keep this channel going. So thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate you guys. And I'll be honest with you, we keep elevating. There's bigger plans coming. Just wait and see, Habibis. You guys have no idea what's going to hit you. So if you haven't yet subscribed, you need to subscribe. You need to subscribe, because this channel is going to entertain you all summer long. I know you're all bored as hell. I know. There's no football on. There's nothing. This is it. The Champions League final is the last thing to play today. After that, it's literally no football for 15 days. So this is where you subscribe to This Is Football. You're literally entertained throughout the whole summer. I can promise you that. Big up to all of you guys. Slap the like button. Subscribe to This Is Football if you're ready to do so. You guys know how we get in this transfer video. So I don't want to keep stopping it to say like and subscribe. So just like the video. There's 200 people in here. Let's get to 200 likes ASAP. Let's get the likes up. So the decision... Be honest, Abdi Has. Do you deserve timeout for this? Be honest. There's England warm-up games. Oh, so exciting. Oh, so exciting. There's England warm-up games. I better grab me some popcorn and nachos and put on my 3D glasses. Wow. Wow. There is England warm-up games. So entertaining. Be honest. Do you deserve timeout for that? Do you deserve timeout? Be honest right now. I'm going to time you out for a minute. I'm going to time you out for a minute right now. There you are. Hold this timeout. 1 minute timeout. Right there. 1 minute. Hold. Man said there is England warm-up games. Like, oh, wow. Bro, the England like official games are entertaining to begin with. The England official games is not entertaining to begin with. Man said there's friendlies. Oh, yay. Who do England play? Armenia again? So Harry Kane can stat pad? You fraud. Hold this 1 minute timeout, Abdias. You're my guy, but you are a fraud. You're a fraud. Anyway, big up to Sheik, who sends in the first super chat of the month of June. Icon. Big up, bro. Love to you every time. Subscribe. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Sheik TV as well. I'm in his chat. Even though Spooby on the thumbnail is looking like a F-boy, I stick by that. He does look like one. You know, he looked like that 2008 picture. Only thing he's missing is one of them hats that all the F-boys used to wear. Remember the green and yellow hats? You get me? That they used to put to the side like this. That's the only thing he misses. But big up to you, Sheik. Listen, 231 people locked in. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. The results of the poll are as following, because we are the people's channel. So, 44% want us to start with Chelsea. So we will start with Chelsea. So the latest news on Chelsea is as following, ladies and gentlemen. And this is actually a Fabrizio Romano exclusivo. You get me? The Fabrizio Romano exclusive is as follows. Chelsea are closing in on deal to sign Tosin Adarabioyo. I don't know. First of all, why is his name spelled like this? Adarabioyo. You get me? Newcastle been working on Tosin deal for weeks, but Chelsea now clear favourites, cautious until it's sealed. Tosin to be the first signing for Enzo Maresca if all things go to plan. So let me just share the screen and show you guys. This is the defender that Thomas Little wanted last summer. You get me? This is the defender that Thomas Little wanted last summer right here. Tosin Adarabioyo. You get me? This guy right here. I have no idea on his price tag. I have no idea what the guy is going to cost Chelsea or anything. But I'm going to speak on both sides because we're here, as I told you, when we're doing these transfer videos, we're here to be objective, express honest opinions, regardless of agendas, regardless of any of that type of stuff. I'm going to be honest with you. I think this is a fantastic signing for Chelsea. I'd have taken him at Liverpool personally. You know, it's a free signing. It's a good signing. It's a smart signing. The one question that I question myself, and this is a question I want to ask everyone in the chat, regardless who you support. Is he better than Trevor Chalobah? Because this is what this goes down to. Because if you do want to sell Trevor Chalobah, obviously, like from a financial perspective, I get it. 40 million, all that type of stuff. But is he better than Trevor Chalobah? I really like Tosin Adarabioyo. I personally would have taken at Liverpool. I think he's a fantastic player. I think he's good with his feet, obviously. A solid defender. You know, I don't think he makes that many mistakes. It's a free signing. So from a business perspective, it's very smart. The question now becomes, is he better than Chalobah? So now we do it in typical fashion of This Is Football. Don't write me your life story. Don't write me paragraphs. Just write me one name in the chat. Chalobah or Adarabioyo. Or actually, let's make it easier. Just write Tosin in it. Because no one's going to spell this Adarabioyo. Adarabioyo. You get me? So just write Tosin in it. So choose Tosin or Chalobah. Which one you guys prefer? I'll be honest with you. This is actually quite a close comparison. This is quite a close comparison here. Like, even if you say Tosin's better, I don't necessarily think it's like, oh my God, it's so much better. He's like Maldini compared to like Chalobah. He ain't that much better. Like, I think Adarabioyo is better as well. But yeah. Big up to Baked says, big up, bro. It's transfer season. Yes, sir. And we're back with the videos, daily transfer news with Hussam. Habibis, we bring the energy because you guys are bored as hell. You know, despite Abdi has claiming that Southgate ball is entertaining. Big up to you, Baked. Big up to Elias says, yes, he's better than Trevor. And yes, I rate Trevor. I really like Trevor Chalobah. I really like Trevor Chalobah. And it might be just me. I actually really wanted the guy at Liverpool as well, Chalobah, that is. From 2 years ago, like I would have signed them personally. I think there's genuine good qualities there. I think Chalobah is more of a like an old school prototypical defender. You get me? Like when you look at Trevor Chalobah, you're not thinking of John Stones, are you? Like you're not thinking of, oh my God, he's so good on the ball and he dictates tempo and he can invert into the DM. That's not what we think about when we think of Chalobah. I accept that. But as a defender, just purely defensive qualities, just like tackling, interceptions, blocking, getting into the way of shots, just like, you know, just pure defensive attributes. I think Chalobah is very good. Now, here's why this is smart from a business perspective, because we have to address like everything on this show, as I told you guys. This is why it's smart from a business perspective. The reason why this is smart from a business perspective is you get Adarabioyo on a free, and then you sell Trevor Chalobah for money. So from a business perspective, in which obviously it's been reported plenty of times that Chelsea need to raise around, I think, 40 million or something like that. So the number ain't that big. So it's not like Chelsea can't raise it. So the Chelsea apparently have to raise like around 40 million, stuff like that for PSR. I think, no, sorry, actually it's 25 million, even less. Even 25 million, sorry, even less. So they had to raise a little bit of money for this whole situation with PSR. So from a business perspective, this is actually an astute signing. And we have to listen, we have to come here and be honest. I'm not here to just be Hussam, the Liverpool fan, and just, you know, have an agenda against Chelsea. I'm here to also speak the truth, because the guys in the chat, if I just sit up here and do agendas 24/7, you'll be bored. There are agenda shows. El Ahwa is on tomorrow at 10, inshallah. So the agenda show is ready for you guys to watch. But for now, we're here to have objective conversations, obviously. This is a very smart signing. This is 100% a very smart signing, because this is the Chelsea logic. I'm going to get Tosin on a free. even if you believe Chalobah is better or whatever, it's marginal. And by the way, on the other side as well, even if you believe Tosin is better, it's also marginal. So like one of them is marginally better than the other. So it's really not that deep. So like whether it be Adarabioyo is better or Chalobah is better, it doesn't matter, because Chelsea are gonna make money on the Chalobah transfer and sign this guy on a free. This is why sometimes you have to make smart signings in the transfer window to go beside, like, you know, around these rules, to make this to make smart business decisions. Because what you don't want to do as Chelsea is go sell Trevor Chalobah, you know, and then have to sign a defender for like 100 million or something like that. Like, you have to spend your money wisely and smartly, and you have to invest using your brains in the transfer window, because the transfer window is not the place where you're just going to be a dumbass the whole time. You have to make smart decisions. I mean, already Chelsea have made plenty of mistakes. Even from everyone in the chat will say they overpaid for Caicedo, you overpaid for Enzo, you know, definitely overpaid for Mudryk. Even though there are signs there, it still is an overpaying. So you have to make these smart signings. So these smart signings are what help you get quality and quantity. Now, the one thing that we all have been criticizing Chelsea with is what? What's the one thing we have all been criticizing Chelsea with? Experience. Experience is the one thing we have been, you know, mocking Chelsea, if you would like, for. Tosin Adarabioyo is 26 years old. He's obviously Premier League proven. I think this is his second or third season in the Premier League. He's played for Fulham. So it's not like any of these things are going to be new experiences for him. He's played in all the big stadiums. He's experienced the Premier League already. And I think this is the smart thing that Manchester United used to do 20 years ago. You can ask LFC Arne and others in the chat who grew up watching the United era, including myself as well. They signed simply the best player in the league every year, almost, Manchester United. Now, obviously, Adarabioyo is not the best centre-back in the league, but he's one of the better centre-backs in the league. You get me? And finish the sentence, he's 26. I clap for Chelsea. I clap for Chelsea. Yay, you signed a 26-year-old instead of signing football sperms. Well done. You have finally actually started making smart transfer decisions. Let's see if it continues in this window of you making smart decisions, because this is exactly what the doctor ordered. 26-year-old defender in his prime, ready to cook, Premier League experience. Where has this been all year long? Where has this been all year long? This is the thing that we're talking about. Instead of signing 16, you sign 26. Smart. If you want to build for the here and now, stop signing football sperms and start signing grown-ass men who are ready to make a difference. That's it. It's very simple, to be honest with you. It's really as simple as that. Tosin Adarabioyo is a defender that I would have taken at Liverpool last season. Remember last season when we were talking about signing a centre-back and signing a centre-back and signing a centre-back? We said 100 times, bro. He was one of the guys that I wanted. I remember when Tom Little first brought up Tosin Adarabioyo, I done my research. I'm like, you know what? He would have cost, I think, 10 million last summer. He's on a free now. Smart signing. 26-year-old. You want to bring Enzo Maresca, who's inexperienced in the Premier League. You want to do all that type of stuff. Go and sign experienced players in other positions. And that's exactly what Chelsea have done. So this, I think, is a fantastic signing. Obviously, Fabrizio, you know, the Chelsea man, gets the exclusive for Chelsea as per usual. And here's the thing. When people say Newcastle have been working on Tosin deal for weeks. Bro, here's the thing, with all due respect. If I'm Tosin Adarabioyo, big up to you, Jamie. If I'm Tosin Adarabioyo, okay, why the hell, I can't believe I'm doing this much Chelsea praise at the start of a video, but we said we have to be objective. Why the hell would I choose Newcastle over Chelsea, with all due respect? Why? What, like, what's the reason that I would go like, yeah, man, I want to go to Newcastle? Why? What, like, you know? I think there are clubs in the Premier League that are more attractive than Chelsea. Like, I think Arsenal are more attractive than Chelsea. I think Man City are more attractive than Chelsea. I think we are more attractive than Chelsea. You get me? But other than that, like, I don't know, man. Like, why should a player sign for Newcastle over Chelsea? Newcastle are at the start of their project. We don't know where they're going with this. They have the whole Tonali situation, which is quite unfortunate from a Newcastle perspective because they didn't know what they're paying for, to be honest with you. But I think this is actually a quality signing. 26 years old, in his prime age, Premier League experience, do you get me? So this is once again, here's the thing. Whether you're a Poch outer, whether you're a Poch inner, I'm not here to discuss Poch, he's already gone. But whatever your opinions is, even the people who were strongly Poch out, even the people who wanted Poch gone so bad, will also tell you that the one thing that was missing is experience. Because experience helps the football club. And by the way, experience comes in all forms. Let me just quickly share this on the screen for you guys so we can complete this kind of Tosin Adarabioyo part of this conversation. So experience comes in multiple different ways. Experience, how can I close this? Who cares about who's Nancy? Oh my god, they're doing free advertising on my video. Yo, can we close this, please? How do we close this? How do I close this? There you are. There you are. How do I close this, ya habibi? Ya habibi. Oh wow, look where they put the X button, you frauds. You frauds, look where you put the X button. Absolute bozos. Okay, back to Tosin Adarabioyo. You get me? These are Tosin Adarabioyo's scouting statistics. You get me? Guys, they're advertising Mexican football when I'm looking at Tosin Adarabioyo. You get me? Who isn't he? Isn't he? Someone said he's from Nigerian descent, I swear. Tosin Adarabioyo. Let me check. I think he's English from the Nigerian descent. Quickly, before Albert claims him as Ghanaian. Let me Wikipedia him quick. Abdul Nasser Olawatusen Olawadion Solami Adarabioyo. What a name. That's an iconic name right there. Let's go to international quickly. Yes, he is eligible to represent Nigeria. So yes, he's Nigerian by descent. What a name. Oh yeah, now you get me. Niger no de carry last. You understand? By the way, I just want to say something. As I'm watching the NBA finals, they're advertising USA Brazil as the Continental Classico. I know there are Americans who watch us. There are plenty of people of Americans who watch us. But look at the arrogance of the Americans sometimes. The Continental Classico. You're comparing yourself to Brazil. You're comparing yourself to Brazil. You're calling it the Continental Classico. Are you good, bro? Are you good? Brazil, Samba de Janeiro. Bro, have some shame. Have some shame. Breaking news where? What's the breaking news? Copy paste it in the chat instead of saying breaking news. You don't know where I'm from, dog. No, listen, big up to the US. You get me? I'm not Yaki Abdi has Salai time you out again. In the middle of talking about Premier League breaking news. Wow, PSG to sign Kvaratskhelia. Congratulations, I don't care. Napoli, if you want to sign Diaz, tell me. Anyway, back to Tosin Adarabioyo quickly. You get me? This is Tosin Adarabioyo. This is the goal type stuff, so no one cares, respectfully. Passes completed. As you can see, his pass completion rate is 85%. Like, not that bad for a center back. You get me? Attempting 76 passes. 76th percentile. He actually has really good aerial statistics. He's in the 88th percentile of all center backs in the aerial duels. This shows me that sometimes, man like Elia doesn't always waffle. Sometimes he makes good points. He says, Tosin and Trevor are equal everywhere, but Tosin takes care with the aerials, which means he's stronger in terms of the aerial threats. He's stronger in terms of... Why is everyone bigging up Northside? Is he in the chat or did he redirect? Big up to Northside for the redirect if he did redirect. Shout out to you, Northside. Big up to you. You get me? Love to him. We will be speaking about Sesko, so stick around. Habibi, you can say USA all you want. That does not mean it's a continental classical. Wallahi, have some shame. Wallahi, have some shame. That is Brazil. That is Brazil. I can get 11 footballers out to their mom's basement and they could beat the USA. Have some shame. Anyway, So this shows that Ilya doesn't always waffle. Sometimes he makes valid points. Obviously, aerially is the strength. Aerially is the strength here for Tosin Adarabioyo. So this is the one thing that helps them. Maybe they're really worried about conceding too many set pieces. Maybe you're worried about that type of stuff. So we have to say, I have to be honest. Listen, I have to be honest. I'm not here to just do agendas all the time, bro. I'm just going to be completely honest. The reality is Tosin Adarabioyo is a fantastic signing. He's a smart signing. He's a free agent. And this allows you, after signing this guy on a free, to be able to sell Chalobah for money with a replacement ready. So this is the thing. So I think this is a very smart signing. And on top of that, he's not a football sperm. He's actually 26. So, yeah. Big up to my guy Terence, who's actually an Arsenal fan. He says, big up Hussam, Chelsea not signing kids this season. Wow. I'll be honest with you. I'll actually start worrying about Chelsea more if they make more of these signings. Like, if Chelsea makes more like 26, 27, 28-year-old signing, then I'll go like, okay, you know what, Chelsea? Fairs. You get me? That's when I will say, fair enough, Chelsea. But if they keep spending money on these 16-year-olds, I'm not going to sit up here and say fair enough, Chelsea, because it's like they're moving in the same wrong direction that they were moving in anyway. You get me? Big up to you, though, Terence. Big up to Jack Howe, says, if LFC puts out the we will need to be careful budget to wish for the window, more excuses this time, I'm going to smash my phone. Redman FSG prop 2. The Redman FSG prop is never going to stop. You need to understand something. Listen, I don't want to go into my Lee Gunner era. You get me? But listen, here's the thing. You need to understand. The Redman TV thing is real. Okay? It's not a lie. It's not me making up stuff. It's real shit. These guys genuinely, like, they have... I want to start June without swearing. Please help me, Allah, to not swear. You know? But they have John W. Henry's genitalia in their mouth for 90% of the videos. You get me? Because apparently they saved Liverpool by signing Liverpool Football Club for 300 million. That's like less than the cost of Mbappe now. You get me? So, and they've made so much money. So yeah, that's what I'll say. So I was gonna say something wild there, but I just said genitalia, you know? So I'm trying to be extra healthy with my cussing. You get me? Big up to my guy Josh Byrne, who's back with a super chat. He says, spend 200 million on attackers. I'm not going to watch another crossbar challenge. Man said, I'm not going to watch another crossbar challenge. Man said, I'm not going to watch another crossbar challenge. Oh my God, dude. There's a player, I actually saved the video of him. I want to ask you, would you choose the guy I'm about to play on the video or Nunez?
What's that corner? See, it's easy, man. What's going on? That's how he's coconut goal, man.
Would you rather have Professor Hamza up top or Darwin Nunez? Chat, let me know. Me personally, I'm taking Hamza in it. At least he can bore the other team with the monologues. You get me? Big up to you, my guy Josh Byrne. King Josh is back, baby. You get me? He's no longer spending his money on the Uber Eats meals. Big up to Ilya again, who says Olise is going to be the next player Chelsea get. Save the super chat. Oh, not so quick, buddy. You know, tomorrow's daily transfer news show, we're going to be discussing whether Olise should be choosing Man United or Chelsea. Hear me out. I'm going to make both cases. Please don't tell me that Man United Chelsea is not a conversation. It is. It is a conversation. It is a conversation. Don't sit up here and lie, Ilya. You know you're my guy. You always support the champ, so I appreciate that. But you know it's a convo. So we're going to get to that convo. I'm going to do that special Olise episode tomorrow, inshallah. Big up to you, my guy, Ilya. Big up to Ilya. Big up to Sheik. Big up to Jack, Josh, Baked. Who did I not big up? Terence and Josh for the super chats. Big up to every single one of you guys. Make sure you guys are slapping the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribing to This Is Football if you're ready to do so. 573 people in here. Let's move on next to Sesko, because I do want to talk about Sesko again, because he's actually linked to 3 clubs. I'm going to talk about Sesko a little bit before we get into Liverpool. We get into a couple more transfer stories. Make sure you guys are slapping the like button. This is the transfer window. We have you covered with entertainment. Mods, keep pushing the likes. We're 25 likes away from 200. There's 600 people in here. Let's get the likes up, guys. I don't want to keep interrupting my stream to say get the likes up, so let's just get the likes up. So, Sesko latest, ladies and gentlemen. Sesko latest. The Sesko latest, according to reports, is the following, Habibis. Sesko's latest, according to Plettigoal, you get me, is Arsenal are pushing to sign Benjamin Sesko. Chelsea and Man United are also tracking the Leipzig striker who has a release clause of 65 million euros. All parties want to make a decision before the Euros. This is going to be key. This is going to be something that is so key, because here's the thing that people need to understand. The Euros are about to start. Okay? The Euros are about to start. However, you cannot did Mo put the stream at 5:15 a.m.? No way Mo put the stream at 5:15 a.m. Ain't no way. Let me go check MHF quickly. My man. Mo, you fraud. You scheduled the MHF stream for 5:15 in the morning. Make it PM, yeah, not AM. This guy. Mo, fix the StreamYard now. Man scheduled it for 5:15 a.m. Ain't nobody trying to wake up that early to do a transfer stream. If Olise goes Chelsea or Man United, his career is finished. I really want us to sign him, you know. I really want us to sign him. I really do. I really do. But anyway, back to Sesko. Thanks so much, Jack, my guy. We're going to discuss Olise, I promise. Back to Sesko. The reporting, the following report is basically what's been said on Sesko. And this is essentially what they're saying. Arsenal are pushing to sign Sesko, but the player has not made the final decision yet. He has a release clause until the end of June, and all parties involved want a decision before Euro 2024. Does anyone here know actually who the parties involved are? Does anyone actually know who the parties involved are? Who are the parties? Let me see if you guys have been actually keeping up with the transfer news. You get me? Have you guys been keeping up with the transfer news or not? Have you been keeping with the transfer news or not? Who are the other two clubs that want Sesko as well? By the way, Slovenia are in the Euros. They're actually in England's group as well. So we will be watching Sesko live in the country he's going to be playing in. Man United and Chelsea. Yes, sir. These are the clubs that want Benjamin Sesko. Now, I want to ask you guys something. And I was thinking about this yesterday. Here's the thing. I don't necessarily think Sesko is a bad player. I haven't gone over the top with my analysis of Sesko. I think he's too young right now. I think this is a case of you're either going to be the next Nunez or the next Haaland. You get me? So you get me? You guys make that what you wish. You know, because it's a possibility he turns out to be the next Nunez. Listen, as much as we're here to have objective conversations, we're also not here to waffle. We're also not here to just gaslight. Could he be the next Nunez? Yes. Could he be the next Haaland? Yes. So it's really down to him. Does he perform? You get me? Does Benjamin Sesko put the ball in the back of the net? And I'll be honest with you guys. I said this 2 days ago on the first episode of Daily News with Hussam. Bro, if Sesko puts the ball in the back of the net, wallahi, no one cares. No one in the chat will care if he scores goals or not, if he passes the ball well or not, or dribbles nicely or not. If he puts the ball in the back of the net, that's it. Just put the ball in the back of the net and everyone will be happy. No one cares. No one. I'm not lagging, guys. How are you saying I'm lagging? Am I actually lagging? I'm not lagging, guys. How are you saying I'm lagging? I'm good. Frauds. I ain't lagging. Anyway, so no one cares if he puts the ball in the back of the net at a high clip. Wallahi, no one cares. Wallahi, no one cares. Do you think I would rather have a player that misses all his chances and is a bot, who scores goals? Bro, they score goals. They score goals. They put the ball in the back of the net. Erling Haaland is essentially genuinely a League 2 footballer. Here, I will listen to myself. Erling Haaland is essentially genuinely a League 2 footballer. How am I lagging? You guys stop ruining the stream, yah. Frauds. Anyway, Erling Haaland, actually, Roy Keane didn't lie. Roy Keane did not lie. He is a League 2 footballer, in terms of ability, in terms of the way he keeps the ball and passes and all that type of stuff. Do you think Man City fans care? They couldn't give a flying F. You know why? Because he scores goals. Because he puts the ball in the back of the net. That's why nobody cares. If you score goals, no one cares. No one cares. Simple as. Now, when it comes to Sesko, do I understand where the clubs are coming from? Because when you tell me there are other parties involved, first of all, let's address the elephant in the room. You know why they want to get this done before the Euros? I'll tell you why they want to get this done before the Euros. The reason why they want to get this done before the Euros is simply the fact that Slovenia are in the Euros. Everyone knows there is something called the Euros tax. What is the Euros tax? The Euros tax is as following. If a player goes to the Euros, scores 5-6 goals, like let's assume, right? Let's assume Arsenal don't sign him, Liverpool don't sign him, Man United don't sign him, Chelsea don't sign him, no one signs him, right? Imagine none of the clubs sign him, okay? Imagine in the England game, he scores a hat-trick. Yeah, habibi. Yeah, habibi. Leipzig now, instead of wanting the release clause, they will sign a new release clause. You get me? And they will make him even more expensive than he already is. They'll make him even more expensive than he already is. That's just the reality of the situation. That's just the reality of the situation. Like, that's why them getting this done before the Euros is actually a smart thing. I don't know about this Sesko thing. This all goes down to where he goes to. Which club does he go to? I'll give you an example. Man United, if they keep Ten Hag, their biggest problem is actually chance creation. They don't create enough chances. That's why I actually defended Højlund a little bit this season, because they cannot create chances. They cannot, they cannot create chances. This is the reality of the situation. So that's why Højlund doesn't fully cook. With Arsenal and Chelsea are two completely different situations. With Chelsea, Sesko starts at Chelsea. Sesko at Chelsea is a starter. Whether you guys like it or not, you can keep crying about Nicholas Jackson, all this. Sesko will go to Chelsea to start. So if there's any reason that will make him go to Chelsea over Arsenal, is the fact that he starts. So he will start at Chelsea. So he's going to start at Chelsea, probably play Jackson on the left or whatever. So he'll start at Chelsea. Now, here's the thing when it comes to the Sesko situation with Chelsea, with Arsenal, with all this. I personally would have a conversation with Mikel Arteta before I make my decision as Sesko. But I would still lean towards choosing Arsenal over Chelsea, and I'll tell you why. Arsenal have the one thing that Chelsea don't have, which is stability. So Arsenal have stability. Arsenal have a much better manager than Chelsea do. And at the same time, Arsenal are that like 1 or 2 players away from winning everything. They're like that 1 or 2 players away from like genuinely fixing up their team, fixing up their squad, and not just being competitive, actually lifting silverware. So Sesko could look at himself as the solution for Arsenal to take them over the line, to get them to that next level. And by the way, here's the thing. Sesko also has played in the Champions League in RB Leipzig. Thank you, Wilsey. He's played in the Champions League with RB Leipzig. He has done. So he would want Champions League football. Here's the thing. Like, let's also be honest. As I said from the start, I've literally been objective for the last 30 minutes. The reality is as follows with this whole Sesko conversation, right? Bro, when it comes to Sesko, and when it comes to Arsenal and Chelsea, and choosing who actually he plays for, I could go to Chelsea factually and start. But if I back myself and I believe in my own abilities and I believe in me, I go to Arsenal, I force myself into the starting lineup, and I become everyone's favorite solution. It's just as simple as that. It's just as simple as that. So, I really think this whole Sesko thing is gonna be one of them sagas. I don't think this is gonna be done like in the next week or so. Like, this might be done like minimum, I expect maybe 5-6 days, because many people want him. Now, let's analyze a little bit. Why do Chelsea, Arsenal, and Man United want Sesko? Because the striker market, it stinks. Who's actually available out there that's a guaranteed like 30-40 goals a season, blah blah blah? Who's actually out there that you could take to a football club and go like, he's gonna score so many goals and he's gonna put the ball on the back of the net and he's a bagsman and he's clinical and he's all this? Who? The reality is everyone is a risk in the transfer window currently, especially the transfer market. The transfer market, the options are just not there. The options in transfer market are simply not there. Do you deserve timeout, Chris Walker? Chris Walker, do you deserve timeout? I'm going to time you out for saying Lukaku. You can hold this 1 minute timeout now. Man said Lukaku. Bro, what's wrong with you guys? One guy is saying Lukaku, the other guy is saying Depay. Is this 2015? Are you actually talking about Memphis Depay? Memphis Depay, you know. Where's the guy who said Lukaku so I can hear? Hold this timeout 1 minute. Yep, timeout done. Man said I'm going to talk about Lukaku. And the other guy is telling me Depay. Guys, are you good? Guys, it's 2024, respectfully. It's 2024. We're no longer like, you know, Mateta. Hey, Mateta will be a good signing, look. Hey, Mateta's better than Nunez, you get me? So that would be a good signing for us. I'll be honest with you. Darren Bent, hey, we were linked to him like 5 summers in a row. You get me? So, yeah, I get where you guys are coming from. Yeah, Zlatan, yeah, just everyone just naming shit strikers now. Solanke is an interesting one, Martin. I know you're obviously just playing around as the chatter, but this is an interesting one. This guy could bang, you know. Here's the thing. This would be one of the riskiest ones, but the highest reward ones. This guy right here, Dominic Solanke. Because if Solanke bangs, he'd bang. Like if Solanke bangs as a transfer signing, he would bang to the umpteenth degree. Like it's a possibility if this guy bangs, he could score like 20 plus goals at a big club. But if he, you get me, if he flops, he will fully flop. You know, so that's the thing. So yeah, transfer market stinks right now for the striker position. Let me just do this super chats for me. We move on. Big up to Josh Byrne who says Brazil should feel blessed to even face us USA. We will win 0-0 like we beat England. There you are. There you are.
Let I tell you something, you fucking American, get the fuck out my club and go back to fucking America.
I said Brazil should be lucky to play USA. Well, I have some shame. USA. There you are. Big up to my guy AMT who says yes. Olise will be Salah's understudy. I don't think he would be Salah's understudy. I think he starts on the right and you could put Salah down the middle. That would stop us from starting Donkey Kong. You get me? That's what I'll say, AMT. Thank you so much for the super chat. Big up to Sidi who says big up Hussam. Thank you so much, Sidi, for the super chat. What is CHF? Is that Chad? Swiss franc. Swiss franc is CHF. Swiss franc. That's SF. CHF, Swiss franc. Whoever invented English need to get slapped up. I'm telling you right now. LFC going for Summerville, converted by Fabrizio Romano. Who confirmed this? Who said this? Chelsea. Chelsea, please do me a favor. Chelsea, please do me a favor. It's time to hijack. It's time to hijack. Chelsea, you're the best club. It's time to hijack. Can you hijack this fraud, please? Please, can you hijack this guy? I beg. I just saw that, Jack. Why did you have to ruin the vibe? I was happy, blood. Chelsea and Liverpool are still keeping a close eye to Crescencio Summerville. situation at United. Both clubs have been monitoring him this season, showing interest in the recent weeks. Nothing advanced yet, but talks for the Dutch winger are expected to begin soon. Big up to you guys, by the way. Listen, you know what? Let's just talk about Liverpool now. Since we've discussed Chelsea, we've discussed Sesko. Let's talk about LFC. You frauds, there's almost 700 people in here. We ain't even on 300 likes yet. I see the mods pushing for it. Guys, let's hit the like button. All this entertainment during the transfer window, hit the like button. It's free. It's free. Slap the like button right now. Subscribe to This Is Football if you're ready to do so. We're actually one sub away from 30.8k, so let's get there. So subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Can I just say one thing about this whole hijack thing? I would like to sing a song. Chelsea, 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 Chelsea. Chelsea, it's time to hijack. It's time to hijack, Chelsea. I'm with you. I'm with you, Chelsea. It's time to hijack. Chelsea, Summerville, let me tell you, Summerville. Let me tell you something, Summerville. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Summerville. Let me tell you something quickly. I want to tell you something. Let me tell you something, Summerville. I will give you advice. I'll give you advice, Summerville. Okay? Listen. London is a nice place to live in. You get me? Enzo Maresca was the Leicester manager, so he knows all about you because you were in the championship. Chelsea, you're a guaranteed starter. Guaranteed starter at Chelsea, bro. Guaranteed starter. Guaranteed starter. Because they don't have left winger. So guaranteed starter at Chelsea. You get me? And yeah. Don't come to Liverpool, please. Please. Ya Allah, please. I don't want Summerville at my club. Please, Ya Rab. Ya Rab, Ya Rab. We don't sign Summerville. I cannot do this. I cannot do this. I cannot do this. I cannot do this. Please. Please don't start this. Exactly. Join Palmer. Go join Palmer. You're a baller. You know, you're a baller. You get me? Go join Palmer. Let's go. Let's go. Crescencio Summerville. You get me? Bro, I don't want this. Bro, I so do not want. I actually do not want this signing. I really don't. Chelsea, please sign him. Look at this guy as well. Crescencio Summerville is him. No, he's not. Who's this guy? Who does Elvis support? Correct. Yes, you need a left winger. Very good. Oh, wow. More goals XG and XA than any championship winger. Wow. Wow. Amazing. 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 Adel Tarabt scored like 25 goals in that league. No. No. Who does she support? United fan. She already said, see? Bad advice. Better go to Liverpool. Wrong. You're wrong. Better go to Chelsea. Better decision. See, he's a dribbler. He doesn't fit in our club. He fits in their club. I'm so sick of this shit. I agree. You know what? Borini, you're right. If you want him, you get him. Liverpool cannot compete. You're correct. Get him, please. Get him, please. I watched that guy at Wembley, and it was literally Diaz 2.0. Diaz 2.0. Dribble, do nothing. Dribble, do nothing. I bet you. Actually, you know what? We're gonna go transfer market. We're gonna go transfer market. Talk about this Summerville fraud. Summerville. I want to see who did he actually score his goals against. Let's check this. Okay, Summerville stats. Oh wow, 20 goals in 46 matches in the championship. Wow. Half this fan base wants Salah sold for 20 goals in the Premier League. Anyway, where did he score? Let's check this. Bro, he ain't no Liverpool player, man. He ain't good enough. He's literally Diaz 2.0. I'm trying to see that fraud at my club again. Bro, we love to sign this mid shit. Our forward line talent ID has been balls. How can I X this advertisement again? No one want to book anything, yahi. I want to book Summerville out my club. Can I X this now? Where's the X? There's no X, yahi. Good, piss off now. Oh my god, bro. Anyway, let's zoom in. Who's he scored his goals against in the championship? He scored QPR at home, Bristol City. This is goals, this is assists, right? Yeah, assists, goals. Okay. So his goals, QPR, assist against Bristol, 2 against Norwich. Wow, 4 GA in 1 game against Huddersfield. Assist against Plymouth. Goal against Rotherham. Goal against Middlesbrough and Blackburn, Coventry, Ipswich, Birmingham, assist against Cardiff, Rotherham again, 2 goals, Swansea, 1 GA. Look at this right here. Leicester, the important game, no goals. Wow. Southampton, obviously, this is the Wembley game where he was crap. Bro, this guy, like, he's scoring goals against fucking Middlesbrough and Hull and Watford and shit. Rotherham are 24th. He has like 6 GA against them. Why the fuck are we going this? Why are we like this? Why is Liverpool like this? I need to understand. Why? Why can't we ever be like just like a sexy club? Just go sign sexy footballers. Man said he has... Bro. You know what? Let me check something. Let me check this quickly. QPR. It doesn't show championship stats. Stats by club. Let's go QPR. I want to see what's the difference. Atalanta Rapt. Queen's Park Rangers. There is the championship season. Well, how can I find the championship season? Championship. Look. See this? You see how when I waffle, when I speak stuff, it's not waffle. I actually bring facts. Look at these numbers right there. Look at these numbers. Everyone's seeing these numbers? I want to zoom in so you can all see them. Look at this right here. Look at this. This Atalanta numbers in the championship. This Atalanta numbers in the championship. Someone tell me what happened when he went to the Premier League. The floor is yours. Bro, Summerville is not ready to start. Summerville is not ready to start, bro. Summerville is not Liverpool level starter for the Premier League. If we want to win titles, Summerville ain't gonna start us, man. Ain't gonna help us. 40 million release clause. Bring me Dovbyk ASAP, baller. There's many people who have been talking about Dovbyk, bro. Many people have been talking about Dovbyk. I need to do my research more on Dovbyk, you know, but I probably should research him a bit more. But I will check him out, though. Thank you so much, my guy, for the super chat, man, like Toka. And he's back again. It says FVDB off Van de Berg. Also, Griezmann has a less than 10 million release clause. I actually wouldn't mind Griezmann for a year. I really wouldn't mind Griezmann for a year until we actually like have better options on the market. Griezmann is a baller, bro. Griezmann is an absolute baller. By the way, I've spoken to Dutch guys, TKA, Ronald Koeman, you get me? He told me Summerville is not ready. Richard Hughes out already. Get out of my club now. I said at the start of the window, there is one thing that worries me about Liverpool. You need to understand something, okay? Let me just break this down once and for all. Do I trust Michael Edwards? Yes. Do I trust Richard Hughes? No. Do I trust Arne Slot? No. Do I trust John W. Henry? No. I don't. The only person that I trust at the football club is literally Michael Edwards. And I said at the start of the summer transfer window, the one thing that worries me, massive worry for me as well, not just a small worry, massive worry for me, is if Richard Hughes starts making Bournemouth level signings. Bro, Richard Hughes need to get it into his head that he is in charge of Liverpool. Like, you're in charge of Liverpool, bro. You're not in charge of Bournemouth. Already talking. By the way, also Jack is a Scouser and he's been to Anfield. So you cannot say, have you ever been to Anfield? He can literally see Anfield from his window. He's Scouse. All this crap that people like to do, have you ever been to Anfield? Now, out of context, Fan TV will clip me up and they'll start saying that someone should bomb my house because I don't want Summerville. Hey, I was the same guy who didn't want Nunez 2 years ago. Now you all don't want him. Join the pack early. Summerville is a George signing, not an Edwards one. What is Blood doing? I trust in Edwards, but come on, man. Summerville to deliver a title, not gonna happen. And that's my point. That's my point. Summerville is not going to deliver me a Premier League title. Summerville is not going to deliver me a Champions League. Summerville is not of the quality required to cook. Summerville is, with all due respect, Chelsea level. He is Chelsea level. Send him to Chelsea, guys. Now I'm lagging. Here we go. There you are. There you are. Are you done? Lag now? My internet speed is 150 megabytes per second, and I'm lagging because I shared one screen. Big up to Aya who says, Hussam, you need to tell my fellow Gooners that Osimhen is average. He has 66 attempts with 15 goals, and Sesko has 14 and 29. But Gooners drool over Osimhen as if he's R9. He's slightly better than Nketiah. Aya, I was with you. I was with you until you got to the last sentence. You cannot say slightly better than Nketiah also, because now you're taking the piss, Aya. You know you're my guy. You've always supported the channel. You're my brother. You get me? But let's not do too much. You cannot say better than Nketiah. He's miles clear of Nketiah. So let's push that to the side. When it comes to Osimhen at Arsenal, I don't think Osimhen fixes Arsenal either. So my energy is the same. I don't know what the solution is for Arsenal. Arsenal's solution might actually be just stick with Havertz, but get a goal-scoring winger. You know? Get a left winger who's a goal scorer. Maybe that way it would help your club more. You get what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna start with Havertz, that's fine. If you just have goal scoring winger, you could have a goal scoring winger. Guys, we're 22 likes away from 300. Let's get there before I lag again. Big up to my guy Nags Games who says, Hussam, what do you think of the Mbuemo links? Personally, I take him for the rumored 50 million a heartbeat. The guy's a player. And then also Blaze says, I really think Mbuemo gonna be another Mane for you. So kind of two questions about Mbuemo here. And Ed here is asking, Liverpool have intensified contact for Porto's Alan Varela. It's expected that Liverpool will soon open negotiations for his transfer. So this is the source, of course. And actually, this is what I want to lead with now. This is what because we have spoken about Summerville. Listen, I made my opinion clear on him 100 million times. I don't want at my football club personally. I don't want to see him at Liverpool. I don't think he's Liverpool level. I don't think he's going to take us to this level. So now we're going to address all three super chats. You get me, man like Ed, big up, talking about Alan Varela, man like Nags, man like Blaze. Big up to all of you guys. 700 people in here. Please do hit the like button. Please subscribe right here, right now. Everyone slap up the like button. Subscribe to this football if you're ready to do so. We've spoken Chelsea. We've actually praised Chelsea as well. We actually praised Chelsea on today's stream. We have spoken about, Arsenal and the Sesko situation, and we have spoken about Summerville. So let's get back to the Liverpool general conversations. Big up to Aya who says, I watched Serie A. His decision making, his football IQ is as good as Nketiah. Look at Tabi Abraham seasons ago. He looked a beast in the Serie A. Trust me when I say Osimhen is just a better Nketiah. I trust you, but I've seen Osimhen. Like Osimhen have had very good finishes. Osimhen is, by the way, Osimhen is more like of a club ball transition finisher for us. He would bang. Let's say we went back to last summer, right? Let's say we went back to last summer. I signed Osimhen. I might be sat here league champion because he's the club style Liverpool striker on the shoulder of the defender, running behind, all that type of stuff. So he would suit us. He would suit us a lot more than he would suit you. I'd say that. But yeah, fair enough. You're sticking by your opinion, with nothing wrong with that, and we're here to have all these discussions. But love to all the super chatters, man. We have started June out with a bang. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe as well. We're close to 300 likes, exactly what Warrior says. So let's just talk about this whole Varela stuff. You get me? This Alan Varela to Liverpool. You get me? And we're going to be discussing Mbuemo as well, so stick around, you guys. This right here is exactly what my guy Ed has been sharing. Now, this is why, Ed, you need to be careful what you share. I have Alan Varela already on the thumbnail. You get me? He works for AS, I believe. Isn't that Yo, that's a Spanish thing. Yeah, that's a Spanish magazine. So this is Edu Borjos. You get me? Eduardo Burgos. You get me? 2,100 followers. I could get more than that by tomorrow if I just announce I'm back on Twitter. Anyway, Liverpool have intensified contacts for Porto's Alan Varela. It's expected that Liverpool will soon open negotiations for his transfer. And the other source that I actually got, which is actually a bit more reliable, you get me, which is Varela Ederson in the same tweet, which was brought up by David Lynch, actually. This is right here, the tweet. See? David Lynch. Obviously, he's reporting on Liverpool Football Club. Liverpool are now clearly monitoring the number 6 market, meaning the likes of Alan Varela of Porto and Ederson of Atalanta are not so easily shut down. And this is where we like to do stuff that this is football style. This football style is the best style. Don't write me your life story. Don't write me paragraphs. You have one choice and one choice only. Varela, Ederson. Choose one player right now in the chat. Write one name in the chat. I don't want to hear stories. I want to see one name in the chat right here, right now. Who would you take? Who would you take in the chat right now? Because these are the two that we're heavily linked with, basically. These are the two that we've been heavily linked with. I'm looking at the chat, bro. I am looking at the chat. This seems a little bit split, to be honest with you. So many people are saying Ederson as well. Fair enough, you guys. Most people are saying Ederson. By the way, I agree with you guys. I prefer Ederson. Let me show you. This is obviously the comparison. Obviously, both players right here. So let me just share screen quickly. Big up to you, Ed. Thank you for reporting this in a super chat. I appreciate you so much, man. All the people who have supported the channel. You guys humble me every time with your support. Let me show you right now. Alan Varela is Ederson right here. So let's just zoom out a little bit because it's too zoomed in. You get me? These are the, let's always toggle per 90. Always toggle per 90. Always. Alan Varela, you get me? Right here. Ederson. Alan Varela, who plays for Porto, Argentine. So he would settle right there next to Mecca. You get me? And then you have Ederson. So this right here is the statistical comparison. Can we make a grown man decision to ignore shooting because no one cares about the DM's shooting? Okay, we can read it just for the sake of it, but no one gives a f about shooting, right? Like you're not gonna appear and sign one because of shooting. However, Ederson on the shooting category wipes the floor with Varela. However, it doesn't really matter because shooting is not really what it matters for a DM anyway. Now, passing, toggle per night. Let's talk. This is where we start talking now. Yeah, habibi toggle. This is where we start talking now. This is what matters. Pass completion rate. Obviously, Varela's passing completion rate is higher and at a much larger distance, which means that the guy even attempts longer balls. So he attempts long balls as well and is quite successful with them. This is the short passes. Also, in short passes category, Alan Varela wins. In the medium passes category, Alan Varela wins. In the long passes category, also Alan Varela wins. He wins in the assists. You get me? This one is obviously swayed by goals, so we have to move that to the side. Expected assist is the same for both. Assists minus expected goals assisted. Key passes, Varela wins. Passes into the final third, Varela wins. Passes into the penalty area, actually Ederson wins. Fair enough. crosses into the penalty area. This has to be a bit more with how Atalanta plays as well. So let's keep that in mind. So more passing comparisons here for the two. You get me? Passes attempted. Varela attempts 22 more passes. You get me? Including dead balls as well. So he could take free kicks. Yep. So he takes free kicks. Through balls, better for Alan Varela. Switches, the long balls that we spoke about earlier, better for Varela. Crosses is also better for Varela. Throw-ins taken, no one cares. Corner kicks, obviously Varela takes corner kicks. This is the one thing we have to keep in mind for this comparison. In-swinging corner kicks, out-swinging corner kicks, all that good type of good stuff. So this is all the kind of the passing. This is where here I want to talk now. But obviously this is all the passing statistics. This is all the passing statistics. So from a passing perspective, you could say Varela takes the edge a little bit. So let's look now at the defensive statistics for Alan Varela compared to my guy Ederson. So let's toggle per 90 real quick. Okay. Tackles. Ederson gets stuck in more. More tackles won, obviously. Tackles on the defensive third is higher for Alisson. Middle third is Ederson, sorry. Attacking third is even higher for Ederson, which means this shows, by the way, the fact that Atalanta presses a bit more. This is what I'm interested in right here. This is what I'm interested in. Tackle success rate. Tackle success rate. They're both very close. I mean, one guy's 51%, one guy's 47%, to be fair. So it's not that much difference, like, you know. Blocks, this also has to do a bit more with team play and stuff like that. So we cannot do that. And possession, once again, this has to do with league. I mean, obviously, when you play for Porto, I know they've had a bad season this year. They've had a bad season, you know, but when you've played for Porto, you're going to have a lot more stats. 0 red cards, 26 yellows. Fair enough. Both of them have been sent off. That's a good thing. Get me? Ederson has won a penalty, which doesn't really matter. Oh, my days. Obviously, Ederson's a bit more involved in the aerial duels, a bit more successful. So here's the thing. I'm not going to just sit up here and just, you know, put everything based off of stats, because eye test also plays a role. You know the difference between me and others. Let me tell you the difference between me and others. If someone asks me about a player I haven't watched, I will say I haven't watched said player. You know? I will say I haven't watched said player. I mean, certain people got clipped up for saying they have watched someone called the Toilet or whatever his name is, you know, certain fan base. No need to say names. They were white, you get me? But there are certain people who said, like, who essentially basically say that they just watch anyone. So, yeah. Why are you saying? Okay, Tosin to Chelsea, here we go. Okay, we spoke about it. Fantastic signing, incredible signing. You get me? On a free, so it's a smart signing by Chelsea. What more you want me to do? More praise? Khalas, enough praise, habibi. Enough praise. You get me? So, you know the one thing that makes me laugh? Let me tell you what makes me laugh about Varela and Ederson together. Hey, yo, Aaron, Ed, all the people who were here all season long. Remember when they spent the whole year asking for apologies for Endo? Imagine. They spent the whole year asking me to apologize for Wataru Endo. And the first people were like concretely interested in is a DM. But why? We have Endo. That's interesting. You spent all long asking me to apologize to Wataru Endo, and now all you want to do is sign a DM, your first thing. That's crazy, isn't it? Crazy, right, chat? It's very crazy. Very crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy how the first person we're looking at is a bloody DM when you ask me all year long to apologize for wanting a DM. Just saying, which goes to show, like, we're actually still looking at a DM. We're gonna buy DM, and you're all sat here. I mean, it is what it is. Now, when you ask me who would I take, Varela or Ederson, I haven't watched Varela as much, but when I have watched Ederson, I've really liked him. I really like Ederson. I really like him. I think he's a fantastic DM. I think he's absolutely incredible. He's solid. and he kind of is what Liverpool is missing a little bit. Like, I mean, obviously, Alan Varela is more like the deep lying playmaker, pass the ball and all that. But Ederson is just a straight bastard, which we need low key of. Like we need low key someone like that. I really like Ederson. Me personally, obviously, I saw the results of the poll. Most people were saying Ederson, but here's the thing. This is where people, because the out of context guy clips me up on Twitter, and you guys hear what other people say. You never actually listen to my opinion. You think, oh, Sam moans all the time. I wouldn't moan if we signed Varela or Ederson. I'd celebrate both signings. If we sign Alan Varela, I'm good, and if we sign Ederson, I'm also good. Both signings are good players. Both signings are good players, and I wouldn't complain at either. So people just sit up here and think that I'm going to complain. Nationalities: Ederson's Brazilian, Alan Varela's Argentine. So we're choosing from you get me, samba versus tango. That's what we're choosing from. I wouldn't complain if we signed either. Both have experience in Europe. Good players. I mean, we all saw Varela a little bit in the Champions League. We also a little bit of Ederson in the Europa League. I mean, both are fantastic players, and both won't cost that much. Both wouldn't cost that much. So yeah, that's what I'll say. So for me, if we sign Ederson, I'm good, and if we sign Varela, I'm good. 100%. 100%. However, exactly what Depo said. We already have a close guy to Varela's thing in McAllister. So we need more of like the asshole now, which is why Ederson is a bit more what the doctor ordered. But whichever one we sign, I'm calm. And finally, because obviously there's guys who have super chatted about it, and that's the Mbuemo link. And I'll speak about Mbuemo before we redirect to MHF and we go do that stream. Make sure you guys are slapping the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribing. I'm going to do the super chats as well at the end. I promise you I'm not airing any of you guys. The Mbuemo situation. What do you guys think? Would you take Brian Mbuemo? Would you take Mbuemo? I mean, I still remember at the start of the season, people were putting Mbuemo on the team of the year. So we cannot act like he's just someone who's shit, basically. You get me? We cannot act like he's crap. Obviously, there's a player there. With Mbuemo. What do you guys think? Would you take him? Anyway, any world in which Diaz and Nunez are sent to the bench or to a different club, I'm happy for it. I'll be honest with you. Like, thing is, like, we spent about half an hour on the stream talking about like Sesko and stuff like that. So you can look at the forward market. It ain't really like shouting at you with like so much quality. I mean, the fact that Arsenal, Chelsea, and Man United are looking at Sesko, you get me? There's clubs looking at Osimhen. Ivan Toney has been moved to the side, like no one's even looking at him. I don't even think Mbuemo would be a bad signing. I wouldn't necessarily cry at us signing Brian Mbuemo. I'd much prefer Mbuemo over Summerville, let's put it that way. There's levels that I won't go below. Because I saw someone earlier on going like, oh, Sam, you're so condescending. Yeah, I'm condescending because he's a Leeds United player. He plays in the Championship, and he's not good enough to take Liverpool to that level. Mbuemo is actually a good player. And the positive thing about Mbuemo is he could play striker and play on the right. So he would suit us. But would I necessarily take him as is he my first choice? Is he like the guy that I want? I don't know. I saw the reports, but here's the thing about the Mbuemo reports. This is the thing that I want you guys to be a little bit just wary of during this transfer window. And I'll explain this to you guys before I do the super chats. One thing I want you guys to be just to be wary of is look where the report comes out from. Look where the report comes out from. The Mbuemo report has come out from French sources. Respectfully, he plays for Brentford. The club that he wants to sign for is like Liverpool Football Club. So I'm not really sure that this is more on the player side than actually the club side. This is the thing that you guys need to keep in mind. The fact that the source is French makes me know for a fact that this thing is more on the player side than it is the team side. Remember this, guys. Because if it was more on the team side of things, more like Liverpool interested in Mbuemo, you'd hear, you would hear like, a French reporter, a English reporter, like a David Lynch or a Paul Joyce or whoever, even Fabrizio, someone like that. I get it. But the thing is, like, I don't know, man. Like, the guy is just, he's a good player. He's a good player. I like how everyone is actually shouting he's actually French in the chat when he's played 14 games for the Cameroon national team. Guys, do your research, please. He's Cameroonian. Just because someone's born in France. Like, okay, Iwobi's born in England. He plays for Nigeria. Who cares where you're born? Like, you're talking about where he is. Like, he's Cameroonian. Obviously, he's born in France, so he would have that connection, like, to obviously either a French agent or French news and stuff like that. So I think these type of links, you can expect more of them. Always look where the link is from. Always look with your eyes. I'm doing the Hamza. Look. Always look with your eyes. This is what Hamza does. We saw it. This is what Hamza does. You got destroyed. You got cooked. We saw Trent. He got cooked by Doku. We saw it. Hamza, the fraud. But anyway, always look for the source. Always look for the source. The source comes from French newspapers, which means it's more on the player's side. So this isn't like Liverpool want Brian Mbuemo and blah, blah, blah. And if you read the report properly, actually, big up to Nag's Games and the guys as well. If you read the if you read the report properly, you will see that essentially, the report says he's ready to make the step up. So it's not necessarily like it's a report like, okay, Mbuemo wants to move to Liverpool and it's so obvious. You know what Mbuemo's putting out there in the air? Mbuemo is putting out there in the air that I'm ready to make a move to a big club. That's what Mbuemo's saying, essentially. So it's not like a Liverpool thing. He's saying like, I want to move to a big club. I want to take myself to the next level. You get me? And Liverpool were the first club linked. Why? Because we have Dumb and Dumber. That's why. And also, Will, can you stop pissing me off? Mo just messaged me. He said he need 2 minutes and he's turning on the laptop. Here, turning on laptop, 2 minutes. Happy? This Will guy, bro, MHF is my channel too, Will. Calm down. You said it 100 times already. Just calm down, take a breather. I know what I'm doing. Let me cook. Anyway, so this is more on the player's side. You get me? Because obviously the guy is trying to move away from Brentford. So he's trying to move away from Brentford. And I get it why from his logic as well. Because if they do sell Tony and they do move in that direction, there's a possibility they get relegated. And he ain't trying to get relegated. You know? And they ain't trying to get relegated. Love, Will. And they ain't trying to get relegated. So this is the thing. So, like, yeah. And also, by the way, the other thing is he's 24. So this could be the move that he makes. You know, that like takes him to that level. So this is the thing that we're waiting for. Anyway, let me read these super chats. Big up my guy Aaron. Shout out to all the chat. Brilliant community. Sir, this is the best football community on YouTube. This is the best community on YouTube. You guys have always had my back. You guys have always supported me. You guys have always shown us all the love. You know, big up to everyone who have liked, big up to everyone who has subscribed, big up to everyone who has shared. You honestly have filled me with so much confidence for this June. You know, the month of June, we have started it off with a bang. This is an incredible transfer window. And I love doing these videos for you guys because I know you guys are sat there bored as hell with nothing to do and you've had enough. You know what's the solution? This is football. Like and subscribe. My guy Aaron, man, always supporting me. I love you, bro. Big up to Aya again, who says, Osama, are you not surprised as me that no one is asking serious questions to West Ham about Kudus? Football is lacking game changers, and that kid is it. I'm telling my friend, Liverpool and Arsenal need that. Actually, Aya, this is a fantastic question. Because if you ask people in the chat, who did Hussam want? Hussam wants Kudus and Oli say Hussam wants these type of players. Here's the thing, guys. Because once again, I'll go back to what the guy said earlier on. The guy says, oh my God, Hussam, you're so condescending just because you don't want Summerville, blah, blah. Bro, I want my football club, and I'm sure you're the same, Aya, and the Arsenal fans in the chat are the same and all this type of stuff. Guys, I'm sure you're all the same as me. You want your football club to win. So I always ask myself, can I win a league title with Summerville? The answer is no. Does Summerville take me to a league title? The answer is also no. This is where you have to just have these genuine conversations, bro. You have to have the real conversations. Always have real convos. Because if you have real conversations, it changes how you think. Like, I'll give you an example, Aya. You say, get me Sesko. No problem. But if I ask you, can Sesko take you to league title? You say no, because we need X, Y, and Z more, which I respect. So you're saying you want Sesko to be second choice, which is fair enough. I accept that. You know? But if I tell you, would you take Rodrigo? Everyone in the chat, regardless who you support, yes or no, would you take Rodrigo at your football club? Would everyone here take Rodrigo? Look how many yeses you get in the chat now compared to that. You know why? Because everyone knows game changer directly. And you know the only no? Barcelona fan right here. Barcelona fan right here. Other than that, everyone says yes, because that's bloody Rodrigo. You get me? So I understand perspectives, but here's the thing, and I saw Toka say this earlier on, but I don't want to scroll up before my laptop lags again. You need to understand, Toka, you need to understand the club that you support. We won't be signing Summerville as a backup option. If we sign Summerville, he's starting for us, because we're not that club. Toka, stop thinking we're Man City. We don't sign 30 million, 40 million, 50 million backup options. We don't. We don't. If Summerville was signed for 10 million, I'll tell you, okay, he might be backup. But we ain't gonna pay 30, 40 million for a backup. That's not how we operate. Know your owners, know your club. Big up to Ed, who's saying, can we just sign both? Ed was referring to the Ederson Varela conversation. And I'll be honest with you, if you tell me right now, Ed, who do I prefer? I say Ederson. Because we already have similar profile to Alan Varela and McAllister. They're similar. They're the same kind of guy. They're the same type of guy. But Ederson is someone who's completely different, and that's what we need. You get what I'm saying? Big up to Ray Ray, who says, yo, nerd, would you play Salah on the right or up front? In my opinion, he should be the right winger under Slot. He isn't good enough to play there under Arne. First of all, stop calling Slot by his first name like you know him. Because you don't know him. It's not a first name basis thing. He don't know you like that either. And I actually need to set up something. I'll make sure I'll set it up for tomorrow's stream. I'll have Ryan's face on here with the ban bucket. We're starting the ban bucket tomorrow. We're gonna ban him for a week if we get to a certain amount. You get me? So here's the thing. Stop saying Arne like he's your homeboy, because you don't know him and he don't know you. 100% he don't know you. Second of all, he wouldn't tell a woman you're 10 out of 16 out of 10 today, because he's married. So he already done something that you couldn't do. Third of all, I've answered this question 100 times, and I'll answer it again for the chat, not for you, because you're an asshole, but I'll answer for the chat. Here's the thing. Salah playing on the right or playing down the middle depends on who we sign. Let us assume, for the sake of argument, Liverpool sign Olise. If Liverpool sign Olise, it means Salah's going to go down the middle. If we sign Kudus could play left and right. So Salah can also play down the middle. If we sign Mbuemo, we might want to play Mbuemo down the middle. So it depends. This is just the reality. You get me? So, yeah. Big up to you, though. Big up to Luke Skywalker, who just sends in hearts. My heart goes out to you guys, man. My heart goes out to you guys, all the incredible people who have supported this channel, who have shown us all the love as per usual. You get me? You guys are absolutely iconic, incredible, amazing people. Amazing people. Honestly, we started off June with a bang. We're going to be back later as well, inshallah, for the Champions League final watch along. You get me? But we have started this season off with this month off with a bang. Absolutely incredible stream. I promise you guys, I know you're all bored, because I was in your shoes as well. Before I was a creator, I was watching YouTube. You get me? So I was in your shoes, and during the summer, I was bored as hell. But I have you covered. So if you hit the subscribe button, you will never ever regret it. Ever regret it, because this channel will always keep you entertained. Love to every single one of you guys. Do make sure you guys are slapping the like button. Do make sure you guys are subscribing. This is episode 3 of the daily transfer news show with Hussam. Is it episode 3 or 2, actually? Oh, hey, look at me. I sent the $1.99 super sticker. Katsanda, you sent me £100 because Sheffield lost to Spurs. That's the biggest L all year long. You're the biggest L merchant in the whole chat. So yeah, but thank you for the super sticker though, my guy Katsante. So we started June out with a bang. I appreciate you all. Like, share, comment, subscribe. We're gonna be back tomorrow as well for our daily transfer news stream. And there's Ahwa tomorrow. Monday there's daily transfer news stream and A-lister. See how much entertainment I have covered for you guys. Have some shame and decorum. You see how much entertainment we have for you guys. So today we have discussed Tosin Adarabioyo. You know, we've discussed Sesko. We've spoken about the Liverpool situation. So there's a lot, you get me, for us to unpack as well tomorrow. Love to every single one of you guys. And I'm going to see you guys on MHF. Don't go anywhere. The stream is going to take you to MHF. I want to be there with Mo. Toodles.